We're starting to see some of the first Wonder Woman Mythic upgrades in DC Dark Legion, and I think there are some things that you need to know before you upgrade. The first thing that you need to know as of the filming of this video, June 16th, 2025, is that when you do upgrade from the red 5 legendary to the blue 5 mythic, you will see a decrease in some of Wonder Woman's stats. The second thing that you need to know is that currently there is no way to obtain the mythic shards. I imagine this one will be fixed fairly quickly. And then the third thing is that despite those first two things, which I would consider to be quite negative, the upgrade itself is 100% worth doing. It's just a question of whether it makes sense to do it right now or wait until some future point when we have a little bit more information from the community management team and the developers. So let's jump into those points in a little bit more detail. So I've seen some reports, and you've probably seen some of them as well, and some screenshots that people have seen a big drop in stats when they upgrade from the legendary version to the mythic version of Wonder Woman. And I've actually been told by the community management team just a few moments ago that the developers' intent was definitely not to make Wonder Woman weaker upon upgrade. So they are looking into sort of what happened with the stat changes, and stay tuned for hopefully an official response from Helen in the official Discord or other channels. Now, the other issue is shards are supposed to be available for purchase exclusively in the Meta Brawl store once you do upgrade her, but currently they aren't in the shop at all. You can get the legendary shards, but you cannot obtain the mythic shards anywhere as of right now. I assume this one will be hot fixed fairly quickly, if not within the next 24 hours, then hopefully soon thereafter, because I think people are going to be quite upset that they have this new mythic version of Wonder Woman. The stats are lower than we hoped they would be, and then there's no way to upgrade her to get the stats higher. But more than that, I think once the mythic shards are available in the Meta Brawl store, there are really two questions that need to be answered very quickly. The first one is, how much will each shard cost? And the second one being, how many can we buy each week? With stats being a little bit worse when you upgrade, people are going to be pretty keen to upgrade to purple 1 or higher as quickly as they can to try to get those stats back on par with where they were at legendary. Now, you need 40 shards to upgrade to purple 1. So if let's just assume that we're capped at buying 10 shards per week like we are with Raven and Bane. It's going to take at least a month to get Wonder Woman up to purple 1. But in actuality, it's probably going to take longer than that, because your average player can probably only earn between 750 to 1,000 Meta Brawl tokens a day. If you are a whale and you push really hard in Meta Brawl, you can probably get higher than that, but it's still going to take you about as long as your non-spenders and light spenders. So if we also assume that you're going to need 3,600 Meta Brawl tokens, same as Raven and Bane, to get one shard, that means it's going to take 40 times 3,600 or 144,000 tokens in order to obtain the shards that you need to get to purple 1. And you can do the math on how long this is going to take you based on your current Meta Brawl token acquisition rate. But I would say it's going to take months for even the best players to even obtain the Meta Brawl tokens needed if you're at 0 right now to get those 40 shards. So it might, if you already have 144,000 tokens at your disposal, then you might be able to do this within just the 1 month by, waiting to reset, purchasing 10 shards and waiting again. But assuming that she costs the same as Raven and Bane, it's going to take you quite a while just to get to that purple 1 level. You can see here on my account, now I have not upgraded my Wonder Woman yet, but you can see here on my account that you can obtain the legendary shards for 800 Meta Brawl tokens each, and you're able to get 50 shards per reset, which is, a lot better than the Raven and Bane. But I'm just assuming that it's going to cost at least more than what it would cost for, your Wonder Woman shards here. Like, you're not going to be able to get one shard a day, I don't imagine, at the Mythic level for your Wonder Woman. The best we can hope for is that you're able to get more shards per reset than the Raven or Bane, but again, we'll see what happens. Overall, I think if you haven't already, it would be silly not to upgrade your Wonder Woman to Mythic. Her stats are going to scale much higher than they did in her legendary form. And with her kit changes, her stuns are going to last longer. She's going to get a lot more defense. She's just going to be overall a better champion over time than she is at legendary. But I think the real question we have to ask ourselves right now is, how long is it going to take to get her to a point that she performs as good as or better than her legendary form? And then, how long will it take to get from that point, to a Red 5 Mythic version of Wonder Woman? And given that we don't yet know how much the shards will cost and how many we can buy per week, there just really, I think, are a lot of unknowns that makes it difficult for me personally to upgrade my Wonder Woman to Mythic. And I think that you guys should be provided with, the information, like all the information that we have available as of right now, so that you can decide whether you want to upgrade yours. And I'm sure by the time this video is widely circulated, that there will probably be more information on the official Discord. So definitely go there and check it. I'm going to be traveling for a couple of days, so I may not have the ability to post an update or updated video on my channel to discuss this. So definitely be over there waiting for a little bit more accurate information as that comes in. I do expect the developers to address this fairly quickly within the next few days, or at least respond to us and let us know kind of their thoughts on it. But one way or another, just want to make sure that you're informed before you make a decision. That's really all I have for this video. It's kind of a short one this time. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. You'll be getting more DC Dark Legion content like this in the future, and I'll definitely see you on the next video in a few days.